Hello, everybody. This is Card Guy Chris Ellis,
With Collectible Chris.
and we are here to talk to you about.
Our predictions from weeks 13 of NFL conference championship games for football. Our predictions for this upcoming week for professional, as well as the Army Navy game and the Heisman Trophy winner for college football. Starting off our week 13 predictions. Data had an impressive record of 9-4. I once again take the lead at 10-3. And I'm just 3 games ahead now. Thursday night football, Cowboys beat the Seahawks 41-35 in a stellar shootout. Colts beat the Titans 31-28 in overtime. Falcons beat the Jets 13-8. Lions beat the Saints 33-28. Stroud being Stroud like he always does. Texas beat the Broncos 22-17. The worst game of the football season with a baseball score of 6-0. Chargers beat the Patriots. The Cardinals beat the Steelers 24-10. Dolphins beat the Commanders soundly 45-15. The Bucks barely scraped by the Panthers 21-18. The Niners destroyed the Eagles, and I'm pretty sure I can say that because they really did destroy them 42-19. Rams beat the Browns 36-19. The Packers upsetted the Chiefs 27-19, and the Bengals surprisingly got past the Jags 34-31. And we went receivers for our players of the week, even with the rookies. My player of the week will be Deebo Samuel, 4 receptions for 116 yards, 2 TDs, 3 carries for 22 yards with a TD against a stellar Eagle defense.
Yeah, I went with Nico Collins from Houston. He had 9 receptions for 191 yards and 1 TD, so he had a good game.
For rookie, I'm going with Sam Laporta for the Detroit Lions. Had 9 receptions for 140 yards and 1 TD.
I'm going with the Rams with Puka Nacua with 4 receptions for 105 yards and 1 touchdown.
Defensively, I'm going with Eric Kendricks, the linebacker for the Chargers. He had 10 tackles, 6 solo, 4 assisted, 1 sack.
Yeah, I'm going with Derek Stingley Jr. from Houston with 1 solo tackle, 2 interceptions, and one of the interceptions was the end of the game, basically for the Texans. So that was it was a good, overall, I think, performance week for a lot of players.
Especially the rookies. Stroud probably has gotten the Rookie of the Year, Offensive Rookie of the Year in the bag, honestly, the way he's played.
He's got wrapped up.
Defensively, you can go with numerous guys. I mean, Witherspoon's still doing outstanding and all that. So, all right, college football is officially over for the regular season. Dad soundly defeated me by 10 games with a total record of 94-12. I had 84-22. This past weekend, that was 6-2, where I was 5-3. Liberty beat New Mexico State in a very good game, actually 49-35. Washington barely scraped by Oregon 34-31, and we all know it was going to be a close game. Texas beat Oklahoma State 49-21. Miami of Ohio beat Toledo 23-14. SMU beat Tulane 26-14. Milroe with the best performance of the whole season. Alabama beat Georgia 27-24. The only shutout from the conference championship game this past weekend, Michigan soundly beat Iowa 26-0. Florida, with a backup, Florida State beat Louisville 16-6, which leaves us with the college playoff, football playoff being number 1 Michigan, number 2 Washington, number 3 Texas, and a lot of back and forth with this number 4 Alabama. So first round Michigan and Bama, and then Washington and Texas. I voiced my opinion with the numerous co-workers, friends, and people that come by the shop. I personally don't think Bama deserved to be in the top 4. I understand why they are. It's just that with Florida State still being in a top 5 power conference, Florida State deserved it more than Bama. I agree with Washington, Michigan, and Texas. Texas had the number 1 toughest schedule out of anyone in the college football world, and they only had 1 loss against their rival. Texas beat Bama, and yes, SEC is the conference, but the fact that Florida State played as well as they did with a Heisman Trophy candidate with them themselves, and you're telling me the ACC champions cannot be in the top 4 where Clemson has been in the top 4 3 times in the last 10 years. I'm pissed off at the committee. A lot of former players, active players, are upset with the community as well. But let's face it, Bama is in because of money and because of ratings. So, it's my opinion. You don't have to like it, but the top 4 should have been Michigan, Washington, Texas, and Florida State.
I agree. I'll leave it at that.
Okay. Who do you have going forward to win the whole enchilada? I know who you want to win.
I was going to pull for Washington to win the national championship before Texas was in the top 4. I would love to see Texas win it. I really would, but I'm thinking Michigan and Washington final.
Oh, okay.
But I think Washington will beat Michigan at the end. So I still think Washington will win the.
Wow.
But we'll do those picks.
We'll do those picks later. Okay.
But you could say who you think is going to win it.
Okay, so I'm going a whole different route with you. We're having a week 1 rematch. I'm saying Bama against Texas. And I hate to freaking say it. I don't want to go for Bama. Bama's going to win just because they're in the top 4 and they got to prove themselves. But I want Texas to win. I want the Longhorns to be the champions.
If Texas wins, I'll be happy. But I just look how Washington's played this whole year, especially against top teams. And then they had to beat
Oregon twice.
They had to beat Oregon twice, and that's not easy to do in college football.
So I'm breaking it down like this: Bama has a inconsistent quarterback. As long as they rattle Monroe, everyone can beat Alabama. Michigan has a stellar defense with a wishy-washy offense. Washington, hands down, Heisman Trophy winner.
Yeah, I think he's the Heisman too. I think he deserves it the most.
With a great wide receiving core. Their wide receiving core is one of the best in the nation. Their defense, though, is heavily not strong.
Their secondary is probably their weakest part.
Yeah.
I mean, their front 7
and
front 7 is probably one of the best in the country.
Yeah.
But their secondary is probably their weakest positions. So, yeah.
Basically, it's the modern-day Minnesota Vikings. I mean, let's be honest. And Texas. Texas is the best overall rounded team. They got
if they had their running back 100%, I would probably vote more Texas to beat Washington. But he's not going to be playing, obviously.
They still got Buckner.
Buckner's good. I mean, they got good weapons. I mean, and Evers is not playing bad, and so.
Oh yeah, I mean, shoot, if the quarterback goes out, guess what? They got Arch Manning.
Well, he can run. He's done well running.
Yeah, exactly.
Not greatly throwing yet, but to the Texas receivers, but the time that he has played.
I mean, the times he has played, he's been consistent.
But he has legs, so.
Something that his uncles never had, and so he runs like his dad.
Yeah.
Really. And if everyone forgot, yes, Peyton and Eli does have a brother, and that's what Arch is. Arch is the nephew of Eli and Peyton Manning, and their brother was a wide receiver.
Mm-hmm. So
Arch runs like his dad.
Yeah, he's got wheels. He's fast.
Yeah.
So I have no issue that they would put him in for some run plays.
There we go. And it would take some type of deal. Let's be honest. All right. Week 14. Week 14 is going to be an interesting one. A bunch of divisional matchups.
Can the Pats score?
Actually, I don't think the Pats are actually... Oh, yeah. Okay, Thursday Night Football. Pats versus Steelers.
I'm going Steelers.
I'm going Steelers, too. Steelers want to get that loss out of their mouths. Texans versus Jets.
Yeah, Zach Wilson will be starting, but I'm going to go Texans.
Stroud is just playing the time of his life. So I'm going with Texans. Rams versus Ravens.
I'm going Ravens in this game. It's in Balti, so.
I'm going with a MVP candidate as well. I'm going Ravens. Panthers versus Saints.
Let me go Saints because of Tyson Hill. I think he had a good game last weekend.
I agree. I'm going with Saints as well. Colts versus the hurt Bengals. Not really hurt, considering Browning had a great game.
I'm going Colts in this game, though. I think Gardner Minshew is playing good, very well.
Colts on a 4-game winning streak. First 4-game winning streak since Andrew Luck in 2018. Just letting everyone else know. Divisional matchup: Bucks versus Falcons.
Where is it at?
Atlanta.
Ooh, I'm gonna go Falcons, even though I think the Bucks will probably win this one.
Bucks defense has still been good. It's just that Baker has hit that slump. That
I don't think it's all Baker's fault in this. In this, I mean, you look at the numbers between him and Mike Evans. I mean, Evans is going to go 1,000 yards again.
Well, he already passed it.
Yeah, so I mean,
and Evans is now second all time in a consecutive seasons having over 1,000 yards receiving. He is just 3 seasons behind now of Jerry Rice.
So he's the only player to have
consecutive
1,000 yards every year of his career.
Yeah, since his rookie year. So
yeah.
Evans, honestly, headed down to be a Hall. Honestly, I think he's always been a Hall of Fame player. Definitely a Hall of Fame caliber player. So he should be in the Hall of Fame. I'll go ahead and say that now. First ballot Hall of Famer. Jags versus Browns.
I'm going to go with Browns in this game just because I don't know how the Jags quarterback situation is going to be.
Yeah, because we don't know if Lawrence is entirely hurt yet. So, yeah, I do agree with that.
I don't think Lawrence will play. But if Flacco plays, I think the Browns got the Jags.
Okay, fair.
I think.
And Flacco threw 254 yards, 2 TDs, 1 interception in the fourth quarter. Flacco played a stellar game, and he threw the ball down the field. Everyone thought he was done for. No, Flacco can still play at a caliber level.
Yeah.
And don't forget, he's a former Super Bowl champion. Lions versus Bears.
Oh, my. Lions.
Lions beat them last time, and I think Justin Fields and them are upset about it still, but I'm still going to go with the Lions. Divisional matchup, Seahawks versus Niners.
Niners. It's in San Francisco. I'm going Niners for that one.
Yeah. I mean, shoot. Seahawks that want to get the taste out of their mouths with the loss to Dallas, but the Niners on the high after being Philly. Vikings versus Raiders.
I'm going to go Vikings, even though I do like how O'Connell's doing.
All right. Our first disagreement, and honestly, this game can go either way. I'm going with Raiders. Broncos versus Chargers.
Wow. Chargers won, but I think 6 points is going to just not do them well. I'm going Broncos. I think the way Russell Wilson's playing right now is really, really good, and they're up there for the playoff race. So
I do agree, and I'm going with Broncos as well. Bills versus Chiefs.
I don't know what's going on with both these. Well, we've said it all year. The Chiefs are not playing that well, and they have proved it several times. The Bills.
Allen does not have confidence. That's what's killing him. That's what's really killing
I'm going to pick Chiefs, but I could see the Bills winning this game.
Honestly, this game, it's the new Brady-Peyton rivalry. Let's be honest. But I'm same with you. I just think Mahomes has some more put together than Allen. I do. Sunday Night Football, Eagles versus Cowboys.
Cowboys have not lost a game at home in 12 games. And the Eagles just picked up Shaq. Signed him. But I think the Cowboys will beat Philly at home.
And shoot, you beat the Seahawks as well, and you
that
actually beat the Assistant. I'm going with Dallas as well. The loss to the Eagles against Niners, I think that kind of rattled them enough, and I think Hurts is not gonna get back to it. Now we got for Week 14, we got 2 Monday Night Football games. We got two teams on a bye this week, but 2 Monday Night Football games, both at 7:15. So whichever one y'all want to watch is y'all's business. I already know which one I'm watching.
Yeah, I think we're picking the same one.
The same Titans versus
Dolphins. Yeah.
Okay, now DeVito has been playing well. But he's going against Green Bay. Packers versus Giants. And the Packers beat the Chiefs.
You know, I'll go with Green Bay in that one, even though I think the Giants might pull that one out.
Really?
Yeah, I think
they got no defense. At least the Packers have a defense.
Like I said, I'm going Packers.
I'm going with Packers too. I'm giving some love for love. So yeah. And the other Monday Night Football game, we got the Tennessee Titans with the young Will Levis versus the explosive, exciting Tua and MVP and potential MVP Tyreek Hill of the Miami Dolphins.
I'm going Dolphins.
No, I'm going Dolphins as well.
So how many games we disagreed this week?
We disagreed only on one.
Wow.
We only disagreed on one.
Vikings Raiders?
Yeah, Vikings Raiders. That's it.
No, that's going to be...
that's a first. Yep. That's a first in a while, actually.
Yep. Hopefully you have a good record then. That could be a bad...
Yeah. It'll either be disastrous or it'll be great.
Yeah.
Because, like...
Watch that be the only game we lose. That'd be funny. You know, go like almost undefeated the
whole time, and then that game, and whoever wins it gets the whole week. Yeah, that'll be amazing. Shoot. All right, Dad, I got a question for you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you've seen this already.
Mm-hmm.
Stephen A. Smith released his top 5 NFL teams of this season.
Okay.
Number 5, he had the Miami Dolphins.
Okay.
4, Dallas Cowboys. 4 was the Philadelphia Eagles.
Okay.
3 was the Baltimore Ravens. 2 was Dallas Cowboys.
That's a shock.
And number 1 was the San Francisco 49ers.
It's shocked that you put Dallas number 2.
Exactly. Everyone was shocked. Even McAfee was, what the heck?
See, I would change a couple of those around. I think I keep San Francisco at number 1. I do think they're the best team in the NFL.
Both sides of the ball, young quarterback that knows how to control.
2, I don't know if I put Dallas as the number 2 team in the NFC or in football. These are NFC or in football?
Oh, football.
Okay.
Yeah, so because Dolphins and Ravens are AFC, Dolphins 5, Ravens at 3.
I think the Ravens are good. I just don't think they're better than the Dolphins right now. They might have a better defense overall, but offensively, I don't think so. Though Lamar Jackson is playing really well.
MVP candidate.
No.
Every team has an MVP candidate.
I would put Philly ahead of Dallas, actually. I mean, they've only lost twice. Dallas has lost, of course, only, I think, 3 times? So it's close.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a bad list, but I mean, there's a couple that you could. I agree with number 1 for sure. I think I'd take Dallas down until they prove they can beat Philly. I think Dolphins are definitely better than the Ravens. Who was number 4?
4 was the Eagles.
Yeah, I would have the Eagles higher than 4. I mean, I think.
So would you switch Ravens, Dolphins, and then basically Cowboys and Eagles? Okay.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that. Number 1, I think 49ers are heads down the best team in football. I can honestly say that.
I think everyone can say that, especially the way the Chiefs have played, and a bunch of quarterbacks, a bunch of good quarterbacks.
I mean, there's 9 quarterbacks out right now, so I mean, a lot of teams' seasons are done. I mean, as long as you keep your quarterback healthy, you're gonna have a shot at the playoffs. So,
I do agree with that.
I mean, I would go that route. I think, I agree with that. I mean, I'm shocked that Stephen A. even knows where Dallas is, but so yeah.
Yeah, because if everyone knows, Stephen A. Smith gave so much flack about Skip Bayless and the Cowboys and when they did first take together. I mean, when I saw Stephen A. put Dallas at 2, I was surprised. He said, and I quote, "It is they have reemerged this season with a modern day Lawrence Taylor and Michael Parsons." I honestly don't. I cannot make the comparison between Parsons and LT though.
No,
I understand why.
Yeah,
Parsons needs to intercept the ball a few times for me to say it.
LT was somewhere you had to know where he was at all times. Parsons, you know pretty much where he's going to line up. LT was a beast. I mean, I don't even know if I compare. I don't think I'd compare Parsons to the next. The only other guy I've ever thought that was even close to LT in any since LT played is Derek Thomas. And if Derek Thomas would have never gotten killed, there's no telling what his numbers would have been.
I do agree with that.
So, though I think Parsons is a great defender and one of the best defenders in football. No, there's no.
Yeah, no question about that.
No. But I don't know if he's on that level of the original LT, of the LT. But hey, you know how that goes. You know how those. We still got Army, Navy, and
the Heisman Trophy winner.
Yep.
All right, so last game of the season is gonna come to us on Saturday, along with the Heisman Trophy winners and everything. Of course, Army Navy is a big game when you're in the military personnel. Of course, we go Army since he served Army, but we'll be unbiased. I think Navy versus Army.
Army is a 3-point favorite.
Army is a 3-point favorite for the first time in over 15 years.
They have won. They didn't win last year's, I believe, but they won the 2 other year before.
Yep. And Army has the better record.
Yes. It does. I mean, they do have a new head coach. Navy does the last 2 seasons.
Yep.
Not the same guy they had, who was a good coach.
Oh yeah, he was great. He was phenomenal. I will never disrespect him. He was a great coach.
That guy was a good coach. I'm gonna take Army. It's gonna be a close game. If Army wins, it's gonna be a close game. 3 points is a close game to me.
Yeah.
I mean you know how that goes. It's like
I honestly think the score's gonna be 24-22. And I still go with Army.
That's a 2-point game.
2-point game, yeah.
It's under 3. It's only I think they're only picking. I think they're only having 27.5 points as the over under.
Yeah.
So.
That wouldn't surprise me, honestly.
So that's like a 13-14 game, almost. So, so it's going to be close. That's what they're thinking.
It always is.
So a lot of triple option and.
Oh yeah, a lot of triple option, trick plays and all that.
Yep.
Shoot, how many flea flickers did we even see last weekend? I remember 3, and one of them was from Texas. Like, God dang, that was amazing.
Yeah, the one and then you had the big fat man catch.
Yes.
The lineman catch. You didn't get the fat man dance, but hey.
Man.
But yeah, and then we got the Heisman Trophy that night. We got Marvin Harrison Jr. You got the player from LSU. You got Phoenix from Washington, and then you got Bo Nix from Oregon.
And
there's another guy that's.
And Caleb Williams is still considered the Heisman Trophy candidate, even though he's hurt.
Well, he already said he's not playing.
Not Williams. The Florida State quarterback, Travis.
Yeah, someone was up there in the thing.
Yeah. I mean, everyone has a strong case for everybody. The only thing is with Marvin Harrison, it's been a long time since a wide receiver has gotten the Heisman. It is hard. It is hard for a receiver to do it.
Wasn't it from USC or somebody a couple of years ago? Like, became the third wide receiver.
Oh, crap.
Tim Brown was the last.
Was the last one before him, yeah. Dang, I can't remember.
Yeah, but, I mean, wide receivers don't usually win the Heisman, and they're not this time.
I mean, don't disrespect to Harris's game. He'll get the
votes. That's obvious. I don't think it's going to be unanimous.
No,
it'd be shocking if it is.
He'll get the Billinoff Award though for best wide receiver in the nation.
Oh yeah, Blinkoff. Yeah, usually hands down.
Bo Nix had a great season. I'm glad he got out of Auburn. Honestly, I hope he goes to the NFL. He's just done amazing. It's just that his 2 losses to Washington hurt him, and Phoenix has the advantage there. The quarterback from LSU statistically is the best quarterback. He has a higher QBR more passing yards. The only thing about them is the TD interception ratio.
Well, I don't think the game against Florida State helps them.
Yeah.
In some other games, but I mean, I think there's only one person.
Phoenix is the overall best player when it comes to overall dual threat quarterback. I mean, Phoenix was outstanding. I want Phoenix to win it. Hopefully, the community does not. I'm trying not to cuss on YouTube. I hope they don't mess up.
No, I think the voters for the Heisman are a little bit their previous Heisman winners and stuff like that. So I mean, they do have a say in the Heisman vote. So I think we both enjoy. I think Phoenix is the guy.
Yeah. I mean, he's just been phenomenal. I mean, the fact that like several Pac-12 teams is actually here now. Yeah. I mean, Oregon had a good chance.
I mean, yeah. Bo Nix had a great year.
USC would have been good until Caleb Williams just went.
Yep.
And yeah,
it's hard to win back-to-back Heisman. It's only been done once. So
yeah, and Tebow won twice, but he was won one, lost one, won the other. And the only person that won back-to-back was Herschel, right?
Oh, Archie Griffin.
That's right. Archie Griffin, that's right.
So
Herschel should have won it his freshman year.
Yes, he should have. And they didn't give it to freshmen because they did it.
Until Johnny Manziel. I still hated that year. Oh, my God.
So.
Oh, sorry. We derailed a little bit.
But, like I said, I hope everybody's having a good holiday month and everybody enjoying their. Hopefully, everybody's got their Christmas shopping done. If not, of course, for collectors and everything, Hotbox, go to your local card shops. You got several. I mean, eBay. You got David Adams. Just keep your eye out. There's some good deals out there. I mean, some really good ones right now.
Also, look at your local CVS, Walgreens as well. They also have some old card product there, as well as mystery boxes as well, where you can get some older cards. Good little ideas. Won't cost you arm and a leg for. And I mean, shoot. Who knows? Maybe you'll pull a Shohei Ohtani in a new uniform. Oh, wait, that hasn't happened yet.
Not yet.
Shohei's announcement should be in the next few days. And as Braves fans, we are happy to announce that Jared Kelenic of the Seattle Mariners has joined the organization. Dad's a big supporter of Jared, a really good player. He got better this year. Actually, a sophomore bounce back, which you really don't see. I mean, honestly, the best sophomore year I've seen out of anyone this year compared to last year was Cal Raleigh, his teammate, with multiple home runs, good batting average. I mean, shoot, he did better than Julio. So, I mean, that's just me, though. I'm the Raleigh supporter. He's the Kelenic, but Braves Nation should be happy with Kelenic being a good left fielder. Can now hit for average and can also hit for home runs if need be.
Yeah, he's not going to be in a pressure situation either with that lineup. So.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, next week we'll hopefully get the bowl predictions. We'll start getting the bowl games ready because I love bowl season, and I like when bowl games are on early and during the day. I love the 4-day bowl games. Those are 4 bowl games in one day.
Oh yeah, those are great.
So, but everybody, hopefully you're doing well. And we'll be talking to you later. And this is Card Guy Chris Ellis.
Well, Collectible Chris.
And we all say take care and talk to you later. Bye.